Welcome back to the Tidium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review for September 15th of 2019, and I've got to say, I have a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's get into this so this doesn't become too long. First thing I want to talk about is, well, I just had a new intro. Do you like it? Do you not? Do you love it? Do you not? Let me know in the comments below, but it's probably going to be the same intro forever, so whatever. Moving into Fans Toys FT16M. This is Sovereign. This is a Megatron. Nope. Wait, it's Galvatron. Yep. Recolored. I really think I'm going to snipe up the first version because I like purple more than blue. And I might have to pick me up one if I get a discount. A cheap one for the FT16. Because the M is more blue. But I got to say, I did watch the movie again for the 478,000th time, and Galvatron is more blue than purple, by the way. Anyway, I was going to get the FT16M for $180, but I missed out. I missed the 27-second window. I got to say, that Cyclonus one, the quietest, gave us 5 days everywhere until it sold out. This sold out in like 20 minutes, like it's the SOC Voltron or something. So next, I want to talk about, I was tipped off that this Mercenary, this version of the Fans Toys Insecticon is showing up on eBay from Chinese sellers for a good price, anywhere from $120 to $160. And I want to say that I trust the Babababo 00712. I trust him over all of the other sellers. But he has the higher price. But I don't know if there was a silent reissue of this thing or not. I know everybody wants the Forager, but I'm really glad this was tipped off to me so I can look into it. But as cheap as $120, not a bad deal. You know, I've got them. I'm not looking for them. But if you're looking for them, you can find them on eBay. Be careful. Look at their feedbacks. Next up in the Masterpiece realm, well, it's not really G1, so I'm not going to talk about it at all. Yep, it's the Burning Convoy. This is just like the Masterpiece Optimus Primal, and it's red, and it looks translucent. Pretty cool. I don't know, it's like 120, 130, I don't know, something like that. But I'm not really sure about the lore behind it. I mean, I didn't see it when I watched all the Beast Wars episodes. I never saw this. So it must be Japanese Beast Wars. And I think that there's making a lot of that. And that's that whole transition away from G1 into the Japanese anime and then into all of the other lines, which scares me a little. Next up, I want to say that here is a really nice Transform element. Shows he has them for $99.99 shipped out the door, which is cheaper than I paid for mine. I'm kind of sad I paid $115 for mine, but okay. If I waited almost a year, I would have had it for under $100. And he's shipping out with, and I'm sure he's gonna have the G2 head and the first head, so you have both options on that. And according to every single person that has watched my MP44 video, they say this is better than MP44. No, it's not, by the way. If you're a fan of RC and you like the LC, there's a recolor coming. It's like a Nemesis RC, LC. And this figure looks to be pretty cool. I really wish I could rip everything off her back and throw it in a corner and then display her just like that. But maybe I can't. Or I'll transform her into the alt mode. Yeah, I might just get her, transform her into the alt mode, and pose her like that. So Mastermind Creations is coming up with their own little Defensor, and I think it's going to look good. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be all-inclusive. I mean, we've got a Japanese magazine, one page of it, with a line drawing and an image of the head and the torso. Based off that, yeah, it's going to be all-inclusive. it's going to be the best thing ever. It's going to have the best articulation. We don't know any of that, actually. But I think it will be good. Their Bruticus is shaping up okay, but it's 4 inches shorter than Zeta. Okay, Unicron update. I just did update number 6, which is my 7th video on HasLab Unicron, and it turns out that HasLab Unicron will be the only Unicron available. Yes, Hasbro has shut down Zeta on the Unicron front. Everything on social media has been taken off, and I can't find anything. Maybe if you can, send me a link. I'll see if it's still up. If you send it to me, I'll click it and see if it's up. And we'll be great, right? Goes to no spamware. I gotta say, Hasbro should have done this a long time ago. And I've gotta say, Zeta needs to shut down operations completely and go away. And I'll do another video about that. But Zeta really crossed a line. And they crossed a line that all of these other third parties have never crossed. But they crossed it, 6 weeks ago. And they deserve everything they get. Screw you, Zeta. So with that fun out of the way, I love me some KOs. I gotta say that we are gonna get some KOs coming down the road. And Siege KOs from this Audi mech, whatever. I've got the Hound on order. It's going to be 7 inches tall, meaning it's going to be bigger than Takara's Carbots. It's going to be bigger than Masterpiece. Carbots. I think it still looks kind of junky. I think it looks like garbage. I ordered it. I'm going to review it. I'm going to compare it and put it up against Masterpiece, but it will not match. But I'm looking forward to a Prime. I'm looking forward to the KO oversized version of their Shockwave and a couple other figures, but I wanted to get one, the first one that's out basically, to see what it's all about. Next up, we got more pictures of the Siege Astro Train. You know what? This Siege Astro Train is pretty cool. I kind of like it. But I got a problem with it because I watched a YouTuber from overseas, China or whatever, has it, and in hand. And he says himself, this thing is barely a Voyager. Why are we paying $50 for it? In the end, as much great stuff as it has, as much amazing stuff as he says about it, he says this thing's a freaking Voyager with a backpack or a cargo shell. It's a Voyager. Why are we paying $50 for this Voyager? It's insane. That's my biggest complaint about Siege. And it keeps going on. I'd love to pay $30 for this thing just the way it is. I don't have a problem with that. 50? Eh. Now when this KO oversized Siege Prime comes out, which is not released yet, but there's pictures of it somehow, it actually cleans up the kibble on the forearms a bit, and it makes it for a better, cleaner bot. And there's improvements. And no, actually it's 9 inches, almost 9 inches. It's almost MP scale. That's what the thing is. But it's not quite MP quality, and everyone's going to beat that up. But I don't care. I kind of want it. Next up, we're going to talk about this whole Siege bit of business with the Jetfires for $45. These Jetfires, Skyfires, whatever, $45 is an absolute amazing deal. Seeing as how you get a Voyager figure for $50 with some goofy add-on extra weapons that don't make sense, or do you get something that would actually present well on an MP shelf and proved me wrong, by the way. It was such a good product. They were selling for $45 at Walmart, clearanced out. Now, my assumption was the $45 clearance thing was because they wouldn't sell at regular price, but both of mine got a shipment. Both my Walmarts got a shipment, sold out. Got another shipment. One got clearanced and was gone right away. The other one stayed on the shelf till it got clearanced, and they were gone right away. So, I don't know. I had to drive out of town to get a couple more because my son, my 8-year-old son, is a Transformer freak, and at Christmas he will lose his mind when he gets this. Next up, I want to talk about a video I made talking about the future of Transformers, and I want to say that a lot of people said, well, they'll automatically transform, they will do all kinds of crazy stuff, and I want to say that I 100% agree with you, because the future is here. This Motors Toys figure looks amazing. Transforms, rolls back and forth, and then transforms, and then once it transforms into bot mode, walks. This thing is awesome, and it's the beginning of what we may see 10 years from now. So TFC is coming out with their own version of Abominus, and, well, I assume if it's TFC, it's going to be small. And I don't get excited about small, but other people do. And I think it looks cool. I mean, looking at the Power of the Primes, I think it looks pretty cool. And I've had a lot of people say they really wish Hasbro will revisit the combiners and make them the size of Titans or MP size. Who knows? But that's always open to the KO oversizers. So now, if you've got an Ollie's near you, of course, you're going to pick a Trypticon up for $50. I thought that we would have flushed out the Trypticon stock by now. But last year's $160 Trypticon is now this, well, 2 years ago. 2 years ago! Yeah, 2 years ago, Trypticon is still in the market. How is it not sold out? Holy cannoli. Now, I've got a couple of them, and, well, I'd buy another one for $50, I'm not going to lie. But how are they not sold out? And then I'm expected to pay $160 for Omega Supreme. I'll be picking up 5 Omega Supremes for $50 down the road. If only I had an Ollie's near me. Transform Element is bringing Beast Wars to the Legends world with a Rat Trap and a Black Arachnia. Thanks to Magnus Deegan for sending me this picture over, and the fact that he cares just a little more about Legends than I do. I like Legends, but he likes them a little bit more. And I want to say that they look great. By the way, we still don't have a Masterpiece Rat Trap. For all 4 of you Beast Wars collectors that watch my channel, we don't have a Masterpiece Rat Trap. I kind of would like one. Boom! Next up, why on earth are the aerial bots costing $120, but the rest cost $105? The Minosaur limbs. So there's been discussion, debate, and talk on why the price is $120 for an aerial bot limb and only $105 for a Minosaur limb. The theory is that these aerial bots will form each independent appendage, and there will not be a framework for them, and they will connect directly to Silverbolt. But that's a discussion. I was a bit off put by this because I know there's going to be parts connecting everything on all these combiners, and I was surprised by this. My whole forecasted financial model is now completely broken by approximately $60. So now we're looking at, instead of $675, we're looking at $750 for a Superion on the Fans Toys front. Kind of blew my mind a bit. Next thing I want to say is MP44. There's been some jokes, lots of jokes, about how your MP44 looks while you're trying to transform it, and I thought it was kind of funny. But I want to say that there have been 3 of the best transformations I've seen. And before I get into those, I want to say that I have seen more YouTubers come out of the woodwork that never, ever talk about Transformers pop up with an MP44 video and say it's the best Prime they've ever seen. I look at their channel and I'm like, dude, do you even know what Transformers is? I look at their other videos, I'm like, this is the only Transformer video you did. Or I look at their videos and they're like, okay, you reviewed Chug, and then boom, all of a sudden MP44. I am blown away by the amount of MP44 videos that are out there. I actually put mine up and I thought, okay, there's like 5 more. And I started watching, I was like, oh my gosh, there's like 5,000 of these things. So, first of all, MGO does an excellent, perfect transformation like he always does, like he did his very first video to now. Great job, MGO. Second, I want to say that T-Man 978 does an outstanding job. And he was actually partnered while he did that with Pake for Life and TM Reviews. And Pake did a live stream kind of thing. But if you want just a bare bones transformation, T-Man did a great job. Great job, T-Man. Both ways, by the way. And then I want to say this other guy, P.O. Lestru, P-E-O-L-E-S-D-R-U, he did an outstanding job with a stop motion that actually shows you each individual piece getting moved as it moves to transform it, and did it, by the way, he did it both ways once, but then sped it up so it looks like it's getting done 6 times. Amazing video. It's also on the Chosen Prime, but it's on his P-E-O-L-E-S-D-R-U channel, and that blew me away. I mean, I did mine, I thought it was okay, but these guys all blew me out of the water. By the way, shameless plug for Titanium Hanger, starting with my MP44 video shortly after I hit the 3,000 subscriber mark. I started putting some skits in there, and for a while now I've been transforming them, so I have transformations in mine. My reviews, just my reviews. Skits don't make sense in a discussion video, which are about half my videos. But I found this Optimus Prime rig. It's a painted rig, look like G1 Optimus Prime. Freaking love it. I love it. It's awesome. But I find it might be the best transition into Star Wars. So for those of you sitting by your computer on September 10th, like I was, you probably missed out on this thing on the 28 seconds it was available to order. Jeez, I missed it. And you know what? I refuse to pay more than 25 bucks for this thing. I'll just let it go. I have 6 or 7 6-inch Boba Fett's. I don't need to spend 250 bucks on this thing. So, screw you, Hasbro, for doing it this way. Or Hasbro Pulse. If you're at Target and you're looking for the Dr. Afro Wave or the 000, by the way, you could go up front and you could ask, say, hey, will you price match these to me to either to Walmart, the closest Walmart, or to Target online or whatever, and they'll ad match it to at least the $15 price point to the online Target until, you know, when they reset everything 100%, prices are going way up. So right now is the time to find the new stuff if it leaks through and buy. Speaking of new stuff that leaks through, if I find this in my Walmart anywhere I'm buying these things. I'm going to review them. But we have the Mandalorian at the top left, and then we've got this new Jawa, then we got the Sith Trooper, and then we've got a repackaged First Order Trooper with the baton and the shield, blah blah. We've got a Rey. I won't even be interested. I don't need a 95th Rey, but we have this Kestis Jedi. We have the Sister Infiltrator. I don't need another Kylo Ren. You know what? I really think it kind of sucks. They keep putting these figures back out when we know every collector has 95 of these. The casual person watching the movie wants to buy one here and there. So they put it out there. They'll pegworm like crazy. But anyway, if I get the couple of good figures in here, I will buy them, review them, just for you. We've seen some pictures of some Black Series figures, and yeah, another Rey. Like we need another Rey, like a hole in the head. And then X-Wing pilot Luke, which I have a couple already, so I don't know. But the red Sith Jet Trooper looks pretty cool. And we're getting into... So back in the back, there's a Poe Dameron. And then this Zori Bliss. And I didn't capture a picture, but, you know, they've got the Knights of Ren guy and a couple other Black Series figures. I'm excited about 3 and 3. I like 3 3/4 inch the most. Changed. So anyway, let me know what other news in Star Wars or Transformers that you have seen this week that I didn't talk about that you think is awesome. Because guess what? I love to hear it. I love to talk about it. Like, subscribe. Tiny Hanger out.